of my particular thing, and I was kind of struggling a little bit trying to send like a one-to-one email because it wanted me to create a template, but when I tried to create a template, it kind of went into Never Never Land.
Got it.
So I don't know if you've seen that. And is that new? And do I have to have a template when I just send a one-off? Essentially, is kind of what I'm doing. You know, that kind of thing.
All right, perfect. Thank you for that kind of preface. So what I'll do is I'll kind of jump into my screen share to answer your question. Yeah, there is.
Can you get in my account? Can you get in my account?
Yeah. We'll jump in yours too. I'll start in mine to kind of show you how it works.
Okay, that's fine.
Jump in yours and make sure that you have the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, because you know, I'm obviously a recruiter, and I've got a couple of different things I want to do with the video email. One is I want to potentially send a customized email for certain people, and then there might be like 10 people I'm going to send them the same customized video. Okay, essentially, it's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. And I'm just, you know, there's so many different places where you can actually do that. I'm just wondering, if you were me, where do you think's the best, most efficient place to go ahead and do that?
Good. Okay, so we'll talk about one-to-many sends and then one-to-ones. So I'll show you a couple different ways, and then as I'm kind of showing you here, you'll determine which of those you want to try out for yourself, and then we'll actually give it a test on your end at the end.
Because I could see myself doing you know, a few onesie-twosies and a few, you know, maybe 20 at a time, you know, stuff like that, basically. So
cool. All right, let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing is when we want to send videos, as you're describing, directly through Dubb. So there's a couple of ways. Remind me again, what email tool are you using? Is it a Gmail or Outlook, a CRM, or something else entirely?
I'm using Gmail. I'm using Gmail, basically. Cool. Yeah.
So let me start with Gmail. For Gmail, I always recommend to just use the integration. It's going to be probably the fastest route. So, you know, say we're writing an email to somebody, I would say, here, you put in the subject line, or the two-line, the subject, just like you normally would, you know, video, hey, buddy, check this out, you know, whatever. In the body of the email itself, I always recommend to put at least one line of text. You don't just want to send the video by itself for a couple of reasons. One is in case they have images turned off and it just shows the button. We just want to be really clear. So I'd say, hey, you know, we made this video for you. I know you're going to find some value in it. Let me know what you think. Something
plus a lot of people in the data security space don't open any links or any whatever. So sometimes, right?
Unless they felt comfortable with the source and all that. So definitely always preface it. So okay, that's the groundwork of the email. Now all you have to do is click the icon.
But this is a video I've created previously, correct?
No, you can record a brand new one here as well.
On the fly. Okay.
On the fly, yeah. So we're writing here email. We want to write this email. It could even be in a response to somebody. So it would be either a brand new one, or we could hit reply here, and it's going to be exactly the same. Like I can hit reply, and it's the same little interface. I hit Dubb, and now I can drop in a video. I'll go back to this one, but so what I can do there is just hit the Dubb icon, and as you mentioned, I can take any existing video, so pre-recorded stuff, frequently asked questions, all that. That's really easy. You just click it, you can insert it, and that one's ready to go. When we want to record a brand new one, it's not much different. All we do is click the Dubb icon, hit record, and then now we're going to go. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
And the only option at this point is to record you. There's no option to record the screen and that kind of thing, correct?
Yeah, so the screen recorder would, I'll show you that. That's going to be right there at the Chrome extension level. So I'll show you that workflow too. Which one do you do more often? Is it a screen recording or a webcam only, or did you say you're doing them equally?
Right now I'm probably doing them equally because see, from Gmail, that assumes I've already communicated with the person through email, which is sometimes not the case. Maybe my first communication with him via email could be through the Dubb contact, you know, basically the list of contacts. That could be my first communication. So I might initiate it there, and then I might do a reply if he sends me something in Gmail, basically. So
okay, so wait. So when you first got that email, where is the email coming from? Is it a
well basically I take a bunch of lists that I create from Seamless.ai and various other products, and basically so I got a CSV and I put a CSV into Dubb, and I've got 300 people in Dubb, so that's why I was thinking I'd kind of stick with Dubb.
Start with Dubb, okay,
because if otherwise I'd have to go to LinkedIn, I'd have to look everybody up in LinkedIn, I'd have to to get on the record, I have to, you know, so it might be easier.
So that the groundwork's laid with that.
Yeah, it might be easier just to go ahead and do it from within Dubb.
All right.
I think. Does
So
that make sense?
For that,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and cover that directly from your screen. That. Well, there's a couple little things you have to do before you can use that direct email feature, and I want to make sure they're all set up.
That sounds good. Okay.
Yeah, if we're in Gmail, you'll notice a couple things. The little CTAs that are applied by default, things like that. You can make last-minute changes if you want to. Otherwise, you just hit save, and then now that video that we just recorded would be ready to go. So that was within Gmail. We're going to go ahead and ixnay this, though. The other thing is the Chrome extension works the same way. So wherever you are, if I hit a record right here or I do a little video, it's going to be available in either the extension, the add-on here. It's also going to be available in right here. So you see that video I just recorded, I can hit the copy button there, and now I can paste that into any channel I want as well. Okay.
So you recommend, if I paste that into an email, you recommend having some, don't do it blank, have some text in front of it, right? And have a little, now this is over and above the subject line is what you're saying, correct?
Yeah, exactly. In addition to the subject line, we always want at least a line of text in there.
This is in the body of the email is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Basically. Okay.
Okay, so let me see. I think we've done enough here. So Gmail is you're aware of it, but we're actually trying to send directly from your desktop. So let's actually go ahead at this point and jump into your screen. So you see here on that screen share button right below inside the kind of the screen.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and hit share, and then choose the screen you want to share. If you have multiple, make sure you select the right one.
Yeah.
And then hit share again after you select. Okay. There we go.
All right.
Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and open up templates. Let me see here. Is your screen full size as well?
Yeah. Do you want me to be? Can you see it?
No, yeah, I'm good now. Okay. So go ahead and get back out of this here. Okay. So what we're going to do first is a direct email one-to-one. Let's start there.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go into this guy right here, right?
Yeah.
For example.
You know what I just realized I should do? I should probably, I'm going to jump into your account.
Yeah, well, why don't you drive? Why don't you drive?
I'm going to jump into your account on my end over here, and then I'll do just that.
Yeah.
Stay with me.
It's easier if one of us drives, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably better if you drive.
A little bit more experienced here in this seat, so probably better if I do that.
Do I need to stop sharing? Or?
No. I'm going to take over the share here, right?
Okay, go.
To share. Okay. Minimize that one. Okay, we can see your account here, right?
Yeah. Do you see this? Okay. There's probably what? The other thing that'd be helpful is if you know how many people you have in the list. I don't know if you do that. You have to count per page.
There's a lot of updates that'll be coming here to our contact section. Like I said, it's kind of a placeholder right now. The best approximation you could do of how many contacts, that's strange. The best approximation you could do is, if it's 10 per page.
33, exactly.
That's the kind of best approximation right this second. Okay. So the way we would do this is our one-for-one. The first thing is we want to make sure you have a couple of things done. Number one is putting in your physical address, which you've done. The next one is attaching an email, which you've done. And then finally, there has to the videos have to be what's called shared. So is there one of these videos that we can play with? I don't want to mess with something you've already.
Sure. Yeah.
Which one is okay?
Let's see.
Is it 63 okay here?
Let's see. Hold on. How about go down a little bit, and I'll show you one. There's one that the one with the purple in the front, basically.
This one?
Yeah, that one. So
got 6 plays on it, not bad. Okay, so what we're gonna do is the one requirement is actually looks like I've already done it here. That checks box has to be selected in order for a video to be directly emailed. Okay,
so as soon as I finish a video on something, I should come in right here and check that, correct?
Yeah, because as soon as you upload a video, it's going to take you to this page, and then all you do is hit privacy tab and hit share.
Okay, and this also is where I put the call to action, correct? The calls to action also.
Call to action and play. So the CTA should be out automatically, but the playlist is the one that we want to make sure we're doing as well. Here, let me swap over to that guy. So that the playlist is going to be really big for you as well. So let's talk a little bit about that. That's the playlist feature here. So we can put multiple videos and they play back to back without, you know, needing the person to hit play. So you have nice short, sweet videos in the front, and then you have the explainer videos, the testimonial videos kind of tagged onto the end. It's like using video editing, but without needing to use a video editor.
Okay.
So, all right, one second. Come back in here. Okay.
That's nice, but I don't know if I'm going to do much with that right now. So, you know.
Yeah. I always recommend at least tagging a testimonial video on there, because it's just, you know, when you're watching a commercial, they'll have an offer for you. They'll say something cool, and then they'll go into some testimonial of people using it. It's just, it's a way our brains work, you know, psychology. So we just want to have it on there. It'll, you know, it helps. It's like delivering your social proof or your case study, your testimonial, without them needing to actually ask for it. It just
sounds good.
That's the bare minimum, I would say. Okay. The next thing is, like we said, we're going to send this guy out. So direct email. This is where it's going to work. You have to choose your broadcast provider. Yeah. This is who it's going to. So let's see. We'll just put me in here. And then you have to either press enter or add as a new contact. So now I'm tagged on there. This is the subject line of the email. You can change that to whatever you want. This is the personalization text that actually shows up on the thumbnail. And then the simple editor gives you this little builder right here, where this is the most simple email you can send. It says, hey, first name. So it automatically puts their first name in it. You can change the text here to whatever you want. That's where the video is going to go. And then it automatically puts regards and then your first name. So that's the most basic template. And it's really kind of automatic. So if you want to change something else, you could just change the text. The rest of it's kind of already there. But if you need to change anything else, you can do that as well. And then you're ready to hit send. So that's probably the other way to do it. So that just sent over to me with my name on it. I didn't put any personalization text in it, but that I would say is the one-to-one. So that's probably the fastest way to do that. And then you can see, you know, success or failure if it went through. So then the next thing, so are you comfortable with that? Is that kind of, because you already have all the prerequisites done. Your email was configured. All the other stuff was done. And then
I've been playing around for a while. I just haven't got into massive action mode yet. So.
So that button there is the one, and then just come in there, and then that simple template is the simple editor is your choice to go with. You can create another template and make it as complex as you want. You know, it can have graphics in there. You can have your social icons and all kinds of stuff. We'll be having a video coming out on full template creation here a little bit later, because there's still some more updates coming to that guy. Once we're really happy and it's nice and polished, we're going to have a good training video for it. In the meantime, it's kind of like a live beta. So
I was trying to send a video earlier, and it tried to create a template, and basically when it tried to create a template, it went into like Never Land.
Oh, I see. So when you hit create here, it did this whole thing, and see, so this is what I was saying. Well, we'll have a better training video for, because as you can see, you can build really, you know, beautiful templates, and they're really cool because it's going to put your social links in there, your own website. It's really very neat. It's going to be a lot fancier than some other templates where you actually have to program all those things yourself. So it's pretty cool. But like I said, we're going to polish it up a bit more before we put a training video out for it.
Could you create one for me and see if you can create one, or see if you get the same error message that I get?
Okay. So I would just say select this guy. So all that's going to do is this is your own social links in there. It's already your logo. So then once we've selected that template, all we have to do is select it. And then now that template's been installed. So whenever I send an email, it's going to automatically drop my video and stuff into that template. So if I need to make last minute edit to the template, I can do this, where I can, you know, drop in more columns or text or custom code, whatever I need to do to change this template. Then I would save it. And then now this guy is ready to be used every time I go to write an email. So when I go to select, I have to refresh this here. But then when I go to select the template, it'll be there. So select direct email. And it's got that other template right there. And now it's going to make it look just like this, except for it's going to be our new video there and not the Dubb video. Cool. All right. So that is the way templates work for one-to-ones. And I think, so you're good with that now, right? Sweet. All right. Now let's talk about one-to-many. You know, we want to send one.
Working from the contact page. So
the way that's going to work is the first step of that is to identify those contacts and organize them, or tag them, I should say.
Sure.
So you got some tags in here.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, we want to hit these 10 people. The easiest way to do it, say if they're already in this list, you would have to go through and, you know, check the people you want to do in this campaign,
Sure.
and then add the tag, and then that's it. Otherwise, if they're a brand new contact, like you're just bringing them in, upon importing them, either one at a time, you can add the tag, or if you did like a CSV import, you could do the same thing. You could import the CSV with the tag.
Okay.
And I think if you do that with existing content, it's not going to duplicate the contact, so it might just update the tag.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure on that though.
Can I choose just 4 records and then send a video to them without adding a tag?
No. So if we wanted to send an email to them, that's done through like a campaign. So if we wanted to send one video to 4 people at one time, we would have to do that through a tag.
Or through a tag. Okay.
Yeah.
But I could do a 1-to-1. Like if I choose this guy Jay, for example, I could send him could send him one video, correct?
Exactly. Just like I showed you just here. So from the contact page, you can easily just hit the email button, select it, use the template we had there, and then fire it off. You could do that right from this page as well. Okay. But I would say that, you know, if we want to send it to like 10 or 20, then we would want to use a campaign for sure. 10 is very doable. I mean, you could send 10 in you know, probably a minute or 2.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But, you know, if it's anything larger, like a 20 or 30 or anything, then you definitely want to use the tagging for that.
Yeah, because I got 300 people in here, so I just want to be judicious, you know.
Exactly. So say if you took a chunk of 50 of those, or even all 300 or something, and we wanted to hit them at once, what you would do is select all the contacts you wanted to blast. You can come down here, you know, put whatever 1,000 per page to select them all at once. Yeah. Which you would just do by clicking that box. It would check everyone on the page at once. Yeah. You can tag them all at once, or 50 at a time, or whatever you need to do. So when you add the tag to them, that's the first step. So here, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add me in here. I think I might already be in there, though, right? Let's see. Here it is.
I think you might be too.
I think I just added myself. So. Okay, yeah. I don't see myself in here, though. Let's search for me real quick.
There you are.
Yep. So we're going to go back and add a tag. We're just going to make one up for right now.
Sure.
Okay, so once that tag is added to the contact, then you're going to come into campaign. Same thing here. Select the email provider. That's the from name, subject line. There's the video you want to send.
Yeah.
Same deal here with the template. You can either use the simple editor or use the one we just made. Hit next. And then this is where that tagging becomes useful, because you could either enter the emails one at a time here, or I could just add the tag and it's going to include everyone that had that tag.
Okay. All right.
So like I said, that's a list of 50 or more. This is going to be the fastest way to do it. Then you hit next, and then you can either schedule it for later or send it right away. Okay.
So I can do 1-to-1, or I could come, you know, through the tags, I could do more than one.
Yeah, one to many. Like you said, if it's 5 or 10, it's probably just as simple to do. You know, maybe just as fast.
Do it off the contact screen. Do it off the contact screen. Don't mess with tags, because I could have 2 or 3 tags for the same record. Correct?
Yeah, you can have as many. I think that there are as many on there as you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's see here. So we talked now about how to send 1-to-1, how to send one to many. We talked a little bit about the playlist. I do recommend putting your testimonial, your social proof on there. I also want to talk about just some best practices of deliverability in general. So we already have many of the things taken advantage of. So like, we're not using a MailChimp, you know, we're using your own email servers, which I'm assuming has been warmed up, right? You've had some real live conversations going on.
Yeah. I've done it. I do a lot of quick mail through my Gmail. So yeah, I've been doing that for 3.5 years. So it's awesome. It's pretty clean, I think.
Good deal.
Is there a way to measure how clean it is? Do you know? Is there a good way to measure?
A way to measure reputation. I know you can go like an MX record. You can look up your domains and stuff and see if you're on any blacklists. That's about the only one I know.
There used to be a site. There used to be a site that I went to where I could actually send an email to that particular domain or email address, and then it would come back. It would come back to me with their results. Have you ever seen? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have a system. It's kind of like, but it's only like for checking emails itself, not for the domain reputation.
Yeah.
Okay. So those best practices already on there. The next thing is things like the subject lines and the content of the email itself. Yeah. So a lot of people don't realize this, but I'm sure you're probably not doing this, but in the body of the email, anything that sounds spammy, you know, like limited time offer and things like that, those can actually trigger spam filters as well. So just be aware of nice, you know, realistic language and things like that. Because all those bots are like previewing the email. And if it has that, you know, limited language in it, then it can trigger spam filters.
What do you think of first name in the subject line?
I think companies usually a little bit more important. I think first name's really great as well. Okay. But I'd say, because, you know, first name's really overused at this point too. Everyone's always throwing a first name in it. We still do that every.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And see, I've been doing that for a while too. Yeah. So with a lot of my quick mail. So yeah.
I mean, if you got the company name or something else particular to them, I'd say that's maybe a little bit more interesting, especially if you're in like a B2B space. Then company names. And
I could create a custom field in my contact record to bring in a certain piece of information about this person or this company. Could I do something like that? Basically,
we don't have custom fields yet, but we do have notes fields. So you could individually update a contact and have like a note in there. But that's about it right now.
Okay, but I could pull that into a email then, correct? I could, you know.
You mean like as a token?
I could mail merge that into an email.
No, not yet. Just names and emails at this point. Like I said, lots of updates coming to this guy in the future.
Well, that'd be a nice feature.
Yeah, feature. Custom fields is on the list, and then also more tokens. So things like company and custom fields being a token as well. So yeah, those are forthcoming.
Okay, could you explain to me campaigns versus automation and what you were thinking and where I would use one versus the other?
Yeah, exactly. So a campaign is really just a one-time send. It's a blast. It's one video going out to a list of people. The automations is actually drip sequences. So let me jump back into mine. This is little automatic workflows of emails that are going to go out. So here's an example of one we built. Oops, automation workflows. It's 4 or 5 emails, you know, deep. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's little delays in between. So this is really like what the follow-up to a campaign would be. So you send a campaign out, right? And you have some people that engage with that. They click CTAs, they watch the whole video. Those are your hot prospects. So those are the people you follow up with. But then the people that didn't engage, you don't want to continue to chase them manually. So you either blast them again with something else, or you could drop them into a drip campaign where it sends them emails periodically. And then you can identify the hot prospects from this as well. So anyone who's clicking the links, anyone who's clicking CTAs or watching 100% of the videos are, you know, identifying prospects from this sequences.
Okay. And if I remember, each of these steps have to have a video, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So currently,
and I think I talked to you about this at one point in time. It'd be nice if you could kind of have one that has a video, one that doesn't. You know,
that is one thing that I've requested on our team here. The issue or what's holding that back currently is the way that the automations are built is triggered off of video views. So that's one of the options to add a trigger. So, you know, you can say if they watched a video, then it will send them another email. So currently some of the automation is hardwired into video analytics. But I think what it would be is maybe a separate campaign here, or either a separate section that doesn't require videos, and it would be optional. And it would, it would look more like a regular email, and then you would insert the video into it instead of it being based around the video. Because currently that's what their automation is. You know, it's based on the video that you're sending, and then everything else is attached to the video.
Just like you would in a normal drip campaign, based on an open rate or based on a reply, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, the triggers, exactly. And those are based on the video analytics, though. So yeah, sequences not requiring videos will be also on the upgrades here.
Okay. All right.
Cool. All right. So we've talked a little bit about distribution here. What else?
That's a good over. Anything new? Any other areas? You know that you've seen people like me. You know, because I'm trying to be different as a recruiter. You know, I'm trying to give them a little more.
Absolutely.
Feedback,
we do work with a lot of recruiters, so my best practices are what I'm going to kind of show you here on this page. This one here. So that testimonial video tagged on here.
Yeah.
That's gonna really help. I would say that it just puts that right up front. You're like, the other thing is that social proof tying into verticals. So, you know, if I have a recruiter he specializes in oil and gas, And that's the thing. He's been in oil and gas for 20 years. So all of his social proof, like his case study, testimonial, his success stories, they're related to oil and gas. So when he's prospecting in that industry, it's going to be a lot more effective for him because the social proof is there. It's not like I'm a recruiter for IT and I'm talking to health. So that's kind of the thing, is whatever audience you're reaching out to, it's in your best interest to have these pages and have that impression of, I'm the expert in this industry. You know, not every industry, I'm not an expert everywhere. Even if you do have expertise in multiple industries, when you're reaching out to one specific vertical, you want to appear that that's your field of expertise, not anything else, just that one. And it's okay that, you know, if they go to the website or something and they see that you have other specialties, but on these videos, you know, these are first impressions a lot of the time when we're trying to kind of break through the noise. So that's how we want to differentiate ourselves and show that, look, we're the expert in this industry. We have qualified candidates and we have opportunities for those candidates in this industry. But regardless of whether you're reaching out to, or I should say, in consideration of whether you're reaching out to the employers or the candidate side of things, that'll also determine maybe a couple of different buttons here on the page. For like the employer side of things, you want a success story maybe from an employer saying, look, he brought us awesome candidates that are still here to this day. They're great, or something like that. So whatever powerful story you can capture. And then when you're reaching out to candidates, they probably want a little bit of both. They want to know you have good contacts to actually get them a spot, and they also want to know that you treat your candidates well, your roster, whatever you want to.
Because I put like some of my current openings, I put some of my writing, some of those kind of things out there.
Nice. Yeah. So what I've seen also is recruiters actually using the platform to kind of increase their offering for candidates. So they'll include some of that offer, you know, so hey guys, what I'm doing to differentiate you from your competition is incorporating a lot of this video into your resume and into your stack. So
into like a presentation to the client is what you're saying.
Exactly. So on both sides, you know, when we're for the candidates, you're saying, look, we're going to use this platform just like I'm using it and give you the same kind of edge. We're going to have video for you, you know, when I'm pitching you to opportunities. And then so that kind of ups your offering. And it's, you know, included with what you're doing as part of your business. Like I said, not you, but I've seen others incorporate that for like video resumes. So, and then, so I'd say I've seen mostly, most people are trying to break through on the employer side of things in the recruiting space. That's usually
that's where the rubber meets the road, as you know.
That's the main goal.
You can get enough candidates if you can get jobs. The one with the most jobs wins. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's usually the primary goal. The secondary was, you know, candidate outreach and other recruiters and stuff like that. So with that in mind, like I said, keeping these pages really optimized for those things. So if you want like a generic approach, like if you're doing a more volume thing, you want to make 100 connections, then we set this page up really as sharp as we can get it. So, you know, the industry, so say if we have one industry where after we have a testimonial video from the employer in that industry saying, hey, he's amazing. And then we have some buttons that which your ultimate goal might be to just book a time, right? You're probably trying to have a conversation with them.
Sure.
And then if not that, then we want to have them consume something else into our ecosystem, you know, begin building some trust with us. So whether that's visiting our website or our LinkedIn or maybe another video, learning more about us, whatever we can do to get them to just take some action, some step in the right direction towards us, you know, because this is the low-hanging fruit. Those are the people that we won over already. The ones that aren't quite ready for that, though, they need these powerful stories. They need that social proof, some stuff to warm them up to that idea. So I would say that's probably the really key element of using the videos is just getting the most out of the page. Like if you got them to click and watch this video, you've already done all the hard work. Now let's make sure this thing is positioned to really drive home what we want.
Yeah. Would you look at my call to action and see what you think and see if you have any comments, basically?
Yeah, let's do it. So let's see what you got by default first. Okay, so you don't have any by default. So that's the first thing I would say is we definitely want to attach some call to actions as default, because that way it just makes your workflow a lot easier. You hit record, it's going to put those buttons on there automatically.
So what I've been doing is I've been doing that: schedule a quick call, check out our recent searches, and read current articles on IoT. That's kind of been my standard.
Okay. Basically. And
so, check out our recent searches. That's what I've been doing. Those.
Perfect. Okay, so then we want at least those 3 on there. And then the other thing here is, where's that social proof? You know, where's that either that video testimonial or that story or that case study? You know, where's that guy at? Because that's going to be a big part. You'll notice that when you start sending these guys out, it's going to be one of your most clicked on buttons. Is that case study, social proof, testimonial, whatever that is.
Okay.
So then I would say we got to get that guy in here. One as a button, and then two as that playlist video. If you can, do you have any testimonial video, or is that something you can possibly collect?
I got to work on that. I have the standard testimonials from LinkedIn. My LinkedIn, that kind of thing. The written ones, but I haven't actually gotten into doing the video testimonials yet.
You are familiar with our feature to collect video testimonial, right?
Could you show me? Could you walk through real quick?
Okay, so first, here the button is. It's just a nice, simple CTA. Open it up, gives you access, I should say, to either send you a mobile video or one from the webcam. They don't need to download or sign up or install anything, so that's the cool part. They send you that video, and then you can then download it right here from your replies. You can put it on as a playlist. You can embed it on your website or do whatever you want with it.
Right. Okay.
So the way that works, there's actually a nice little video right here behind this eye icon. It's going to be a video of how to collect video testimonials. It's probably a 5 or 6 minute video.
Okay.
So that's going to cover in detail how to build out the whole little campaign with the button, all the good stuff.
Okay.
So that's where you're going to go for that guy. And then if you're able to collect a story or two, then take your best one, and we're going to put it on as a playlist right at the end of the video.
Okay.
And then, so like I said, it depends on a couple things. If we're doing custom videos, which I do recommend the first part at least. So you see how this is really short, right? In this video, I mean, if I was a recruiter and I'm trying to break through the noise, I would do custom videos. I would probably take their LinkedIn profile. Like I'd create the video here on their LinkedIn profile. Say if Nick had some jobs for me, right? I'm going to start the video here. And you see, I've already done this as an example for another recruiter. Right. So you see that the thumbnail is their LinkedIn profile like this.
Right.
So when they receive that in an email or in LinkedIn, they see their face and their profile. And that's a lot more interesting than my face.
That's a lot more interesting than a generic is what you're saying.
Exactly. So, and then the cool thing is you only have to spend 10, 15, 20 seconds doing this. And then you can tag on that because the bulk of what you have to say, the majority of what you have to say is repeatable. It's not. Yeah, exactly.
But you might want to highlight something about that specific person,
exactly,
and their specific experience, and ask them a certain question that's different than. So that's why you wouldn't do a generic for 10 people.
Exactly. Right? And this is more, like I said, on the critical contact, like the key contact, the important ones. I wouldn't say do this for every single person ever, but when, the employer side of things, that could potentially be a great relationship, multiple jobs. So those guys are worth it. So when you're doing that, create the recording there on their LinkedIn or on their personal website, whatever they have that they're going to recognize. So that's key for that. And then, like I said, this one's nice, short and sweet. Whatever you got. Hey, I noticed we had mutual connections. Hey, we went to the same school. Whatever that is. And then you tag on your pre-recorded stuff, which is, I'm a recruiter. I've been in this space for this many years. This is what I'm doing. I have this list of, all your value proposition of who you are, why they're going to want to work with you. And then at the end of that, you tag another one on there, which is, don't take my word for it. Here's a client. So that's what I'd recommend is that nice little playlist 1, 2, 3 for those videos, because that's going to give you all the juice that you need. It's here's who I am, custom video for you. I respect you. I'm giving you the time of day. And then also here, look, I'm real. It's proof. Let's talk.
And you don't care if I'm LinkedIn first, second, or third level connection, correct? Because you're doing it from a Chrome extension. So you don't really care. You don't really care, correct?
Nope. No, you could be 0 level connection to these guys and it's not going to matter. The thing is too, is because if you have their email, you can send that video through a connection request. I would say save that one though for after you're already connected. For connection requests, you can add a little video right in there. For this one, I recommend a very generic video though. Do not do custom videos for connection requests.
Right.
Okay. So generic videos there. Once we've got the approval, then we can hit them with something custom, either directly through LinkedIn or through the email.
Okay. All right.
Cool. All right. We've covered some stuff.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. What's coming up? I need to let you go in a few minutes, but what's coming up? What's on the horizon? What should I be looking for in the next release?
More updates to the email sender, the templates we were just looking at. Lots of more updates there. Lots of updates coming to the contact section here, custom fields and things like that, and also more updates to. I'm trying to think. We were just talking about this. Email sender, contacts, and templates. A couple other things, can't remember right now, but those are the most forthcoming ones that we've been discussing.
Okay, good.
Cool. All right, buddy.
Sounds good.
Like I said, whatever you need, don't hesitate to reach out.
Thanks, Darius. Yeah, let me know if you need some help or whatever. You know, I really like the product, so if you need some testimonial or something, let me know.
Yeah, no, this is it right here. This is going to go into our channels. You're a happy client, you know, willing to do testimonials, so we're cool.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.